Alright, so let me walk you through some of the new updates to the TBN-Plex UI. We might as well start off with one that's sort of a hot button on the Plex forums, the search bar. You notice now at the top we have our own search bar where you can search by title, actor, or role. For example, Alien. What movies do we have with Alien? Or TV shows? What movies do we have that have a character by the name of, say, Burt Gummer in them? What actor, movies, or TV shows do we have with an actor like Jackie Chan? Alright, so you got that going for you now. You got that fancy search bar. Works nice. You can set your play mode now. I think that was in our last video, maybe along with this reaction status and webhook. Now, one of the cool things that we added since our last video, besides this search bar, is so you can see our queue, right? That's our queue. Now, if we go to, say, movies or TV shows, they're very similar in this regard. Now, if you hover, you can play them, you can add them to your queue, and you can set them to play up next, right? So, for example, if we go for a movie like Alien, we can set that to play from the beginning. And you can see in my client on the right, it's starting to play, which is our default client. And I'm going to stop that so we don't get a DMCA takedown. But the other things that you can do, so like Bad Time at El Royale is up next, right? So let's say we were going through our TV shows and we wanted Almost Human to be up next. Boom. Now the queue that you see here, this now will refresh. I think it's every 5 minutes or something like that, because I figure you're probably not really going to be using the UI. You're going to be watching stuff, right? So this doesn't need to refresh that often. But if we do refresh the page, we should see now, as you can see now, Almost Human is up next instead of the movie Bad Time at El Royale. Now the poster, that I slowed that update down slightly. I think now it's 60 seconds or something like that. Unimportant. Now another cool thing that we added besides the quick play bar is when you drill down to a movie or a TV show and then you click on someone like Tony Shalhoub, now you have a Kevin Bacon check button. So you can always tell how far are they away from Kevin Bacon in your library. So you got that going for you. Right, so that's cool. And then, of course, our save scenes. Now, another cool one that I keep forgetting about is we did update our block action. And now if you go to your blocks, it will show you 15 blocks at a time. And per block, up to 4 items in that block is sort of a poster, if you will. So like, say, for example, our creature block shows 4 items in it. If we drill down, it has 5 items actually in it. And we know that it's going to start at Supernatural. That happens to be the up next one because it's green. And the up next episode from Supernatural is going to be Phantom Traveler, Season 1, Episode 4. Now, if we go to, say, our TV shows, and let's go for Supernatural, and we look at that TV show, it will tell you that it appears in both the creature block and the sci-fi block. And then again, what the up next episode is. It gives you a little summary. And of course, you can drill down into the different characters and see what they're in. So that's our big update for the block action. Next, once we finish doing even more, because some things now that you can do, like for example, I think we showed you that it shows you it appears in block. But say you wanted to add it to cop sci-fi block, it wasn't already there. Now that this add to block action, it appears. And there's also an autocomplete / drop down, so that way you can easily get to the blocks that you want to add it to. And what we're probably going to do is make it so that if a block isn't in this list, if you send the add to block command, it will instead add that as a block with the item as the first item to that block. So then we're going to spiffy up the channels. That's kind of vanilla. It looks pretty boring now, though we still got the channel guide action that's pretty kick-ass. And of course you can slide around and see what's going to play when on that. And you can click on items and see the items that are going to play relative to where you're at in the guide. So you got that going for you. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a good day.